What's brewing in the Middle East right now? We could be looking at mass attacks all over the UK very, very soon. What do we know about this? On a recent little trip out here in the UK, I happened to drive past the GCHQ headquarters for Donut in Gloucester. And I noticed something which I've not noticed before. I've been past that place around 10 times now, and I've been speaking to some friends who live locally. They have said to me that they've not seen that place as full as it is right now in all of the 19 years that that place was built. What do you think about that? It was unbelievable. I drove past, and every single time I've drove past that place, I looked over, and what do I see? Just a huge, great big, massive empty car park, loads and loads of perimeter fences, as you would expect from something so sensitive. This time was different. This was only 2 days ago now. The whole place was packed. It seemed that every single car park at that place was full. And when I spoke to my friends about this when I arrived, they said they've not seen anything like it because they noticed it too. So we started to look into this. It may be relevant, it may not be, but it all seems to link. If you listen to what I've got to say about this report. Now, the MI5 boss, Ken McCallum. Who knows anything about Ken McCallum? I've done a bit of a study into this guy, and he basically comes from University of Glasgow back in the day. Really keen on mathematics, big links with the code breakers and all of these sorts of things. Very, very interesting stuff. Now, he has recently done a series of interviews today and late yesterday. They basically was saying events in the Middle East will radicalise people here in the UK. Who has heard of the organisation POWYS? Now, I'm aware that I'm saying keywords in this, so before this video potentially gets taken down, can I please ask you to share this, because it could be taken down or at best demonetized. Basically, Five Eyes, the heads of the United States, United Kingdom, US, Australia, Canada and New Zealand, 5 countries. Basically, you're talking at the top security agencies are all appearing together for the very first time to warn of a technological innovation being stolen from China. Yes, China. So how do you feel about China? They probably know as much as we realise about us here in the West. We seem to know very little about them people. Interesting. Also, I might like to add on a personal note, on a recent visit to Oxford University, the amount of Chinese students I saw there was unbelievable. Out of those Chinese students, how many of them would you think they are spies working on behalf of the Chinese government? I know, this sounds really far-fetched and hypothetical, but who would have thought that that attack, which happened a few weekends ago now, would have involved paragliders? It sounds like a special operations movie, but all this stuff is actually happening, so don't be fooled by thinking that sounds far-fetched. So many things have happened since 9/11 which would have seemed far-fetched. Now we've come to accept as, yes, it actually happened. You've only got to cast your mind back to 2020. Look at all the things that actually happened. Yes, it sounds like it's written down on a novel, but it actually happened. So yes, we read on. More than 20,000 people here in the UK have already been approached currently by online Chinese spies and spy agencies. Said in quote by Ken McCallum, who is the Director General, which is the very, very top bod of MI5. MI5, as we know, is everything to do within mainland and UK waters. Okay, MI6 is all abroad, pretty much. So yes, this was said at a conference of the Five Eyes Alliance in California very recently, right in the heart of Silicon Valley. MI5 are currently warning tens of thousands of UK companies who are already at risk. This requires MI5 to go public in a way that has never been done before. We're talking cybersecurity. All of that, by the way, was in quote. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all of the links to this information under this video. So if you don't believe me, check it out for yourself. I'm not making this up. Chinese agents have already approached over 20,000 people via LinkedIn. Now, some of us know what LinkedIn is regards business, to gain access to sensitive technology developed here in the UK. For real. Some are linked to the UK military supply chain. Now, who has heard the news today of that drone company here in the UK was attacked already by these pro-Palestinian groups? We'll go on to that a little bit more. But this MI5 statement which come out very recently, things are already starting to happen in real time. So we need to be aware of this and share this information. If you can share this video, I'd very much appreciate it. Especially on Facebook, WhatsApp and Telegram. It really would help. Because like I say, this could be taken down due to the sensitivity of the nature of what I am talking about and what I am going to reveal very soon, so stay tuned. Some of the US, more than 2,000 current FBI investigations linked to China, with a new investigation opening every single 12 hours. China is literally doing lots of stuff whilst all of the main stuff is going on in Israel. Keep one eye on China and one eye on Iran for sure, definitely. There is already speculation that in the markets that oil could jump to over $170 a barrel. Let that sink in. Currently it's in the 90s, which is already high. Imagine it going to 170. Do you know how much that's going to make everything cost? We are already seeing sky high prices on food and obviously fuel. Well, when this comes in, and it will, this is just a matter of time, expect everything to go up. Energy bills, fuel and food. Pretty much a guarantee given. So if you are new to prepping, might want to get your finger out and get some supplies in before these prices go up and or supply becomes very difficult. We have already seen big problems in UK petrol stations over the last few years with fuel shortages. Who remembers? Yes, it actually happened, and we're going to be seeing that again probably real soon too. What I said earlier, a UK tactical drone company has already been attacked by pro-Palestine activists, and the armed police were called in on the scene. They were literally there on minutes. If I can find videos and stuff, I will link them underneath. I can't show anything like this on the YouTube platform because the video will be removed. Now, what I just said, that drone company, who's heard of Palestine Action? Palestine Action. It's a group. Now, guess what? We've already done some deep diving on these organisations in the past. Who remembers Extinction Rebellion? Yes. Well, guess what? Haha. Funded by the same people. Who would have thought? Palestine Action, Extinction Rebellion are the same. Let that sink in and we can start building a truer picture of what's really going on. Basically, they're telling people to sabotage UK businesses that are part of the supply chain that supplies Israel with weaponry, etc. Unbelievable. They have also provided manuals on how to carry out covert recces. And one of the, when I looked into this, borrow a dog for a cover story. That's a classic military tactic. They are literally advising this. And now I'm saying people offering them advice about sabotaging these companies, like blocking pipes, smashing windows, breaking in, putting red paint everywhere, etc. We've already seen orange paint, haven't we, with Stop Oil. Now they're using red paint. This is a very colourful load of BS, if you understand what I'm saying. There's been a huge rise in the UK with Israeli-based businesses. Lots of them are being attacked, and they will probably continue to be attacked too. So you can already see security measures being put in place within the Israeli business sector here in the United Kingdom, moreover in London. they are having a particularly bad time right now. Also, MI5 go on to say, in quote, they have been monitoring Iran, especially in the last 18 months. So they are putting lots and lots of resources into seeing what is going on in Iran, with all of this stuff seem to be getting sucked into the Israel region. It does sound quite scary. Also, MI5 further go on to say that the risk of lone wolf terror attacks here in the UK are rising. Yes, every single time that I do a live stream, and yes, there will be a live stream this Friday, we always go over what the current MI5 threat level is. Absolutely. And we are going to see if that's going to change. Currently, it's set at substantial. If it goes to severe, which I anticipate it will do within the next 3 or 4 weeks, we need to seriously start preparing ourselves for all of these terror attacks popping up all over the UK. Now, I'm going to be thinking that they are going to be targeting mass groups of people. So we're looking at shopping centres, sports events, music events, anything like that, shopping malls. All of these things are going to be targets from what I can see how this game is playing out. So you really need to keep your head on a swivel and really understand what situational awareness is. You really need to be alert now. Times are changing. The MI5 have never been busier. Also GCHQ. So what we're trying to do on these videos is we're trying to help as many people as possible, make sure that any sort of risk of any damage to the public or buildings or property needs to be kept at a bare minimum. It's up to us to make sure that we keep an eyes and ears on what's going on. Anything suspect that you hear going on, please send me an email. And if you want to remain anonymous, it's absolutely fine. Please comment below whatever you think you feel is coming down the pipe real soon, what you're seeing and hearing right now. Stick that in the comment below. That would really, really help. And also, before you go, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you want to hear more updates like this. I'm getting emails, I'm getting news reports from everywhere constantly. So please bear with me if I haven't replied to your emails. I am literally getting over 130 emails every single day. It's impossible for me to read and reply to all of them. I hope you understand that. And don't forget, there is links in the description box for any ways to help. It really does help. So please share the video. It's very important. You guys take care. Thanks for watching and stay funky.